It is Sunday afternoon. The weather is perfect. You have zero obligations. You are sitting on the most comfortable furniture you own. By all social standards, this is paradise. You should be blissed out. But inside your head, it feels like you are trapped in a blender set to puree. You are physically stationary, but your brain is running a marathon through a minefield. You try to watch a movie, but you're simultaneously rewriting your to-do list, analyzing a conversation from 3 years ago, and wondering if that noise the fridge just made means the compressor is dying. You look at your partner or your friends who are just sitting there, staring into the middle distance, actually relaxing, and you wonder if they have been lobotomized. It feels like there is a motor inside your chest that someone forgot to install an off switch for. It is not that you are a workaholic. It is not that you hate fun. And it is certainly not that you just need to take a deep breath. Society has been gaslighting you about relaxation since you were old enough to hold a crayon. They tell you that the goal of life is to reach a state of zen-like emptiness. They sell you lavender-scented everything, meditation apps with guys whispering about mountain streams, and weighted blankets, promising that if you just consume enough wellness products, your brain will finally shut up. But for you, forced stillness doesn't feel like peace. It feels like torture. When you stop moving, the noise gets louder. When you sit still, the anxiety doesn't dissipate. It accumulates. People tell you to just chill, as if chilling is a setting you can just toggle on, and when you can't, they label you as high-strung, neurotic, or difficult. Let's pump the brakes. Society has been completely wrong about you. You are not broken. You're just built different. You aren't failing at relaxation. You are excelling at a game most people don't even know is being played. Let's look at the hardware, because the math just works differently for you. In a typical brain, there is a network called the default mode network. For most people, when they stop focusing on a task, this network kicks in, and they drift into a pleasant, floaty daydream state. Think of their brain like a computer that goes into a generic, peaceful screensaver mode after 5 minutes of inactivity. Your brain? Your brain does not have a screensaver. When you stop focusing on a task, your default mode network doesn't float, it hyperactivates. It goes into diagnostic mode. It starts scanning the archives for errors and simulating future catastrophes. This is largely due to your baseline cortical arousal. Think of your nervous system like a car engine. Most people idle at 800 RPM. It's quiet, efficient, and burns very little fuel. You are idling at 4,000 RPM. You are redlining while sitting at a traffic light. This isn't a choice, it's biological. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain responsible for filtering sensory input, is supposed to be a strict nightclub bouncer that keeps the noise out. Your bouncer is asleep in the corner. Every sound, every change in light, every micro shift in the room's atmosphere gets VIP access straight to your conscious awareness. Wild, right? You literally process more data per second than the average person, so asking you to relax is like asking a supercomputer to run on a 9-volt battery. But here's the kicker. This inability to switch off isn't a defect. It is an evolutionary masterpiece. Evolution does not care if you are relaxed. Evolution cares if you are alive. In our hunter-gatherer past, the tribe needed people who could sleep soundly through the night, blissfully unaware of the dangers in the dark. But if everyone slept like that, the tribe would be eaten by leopards before sunrise. They needed you. You are the Sentinel. You are the one designed to sit by the fire, eyes wide open, processing every snapping twig and rustling leaf. Your high idle state is vigilant intelligence. While the others are conserving energy, you are running threat simulations. You aren't anxious, you are prepared. Research in evolutionary psychology suggests that what we call neuroticism today was essentially the survival specialist trait of the past. That feeling of restlessness isn't a disorder, it's your internal radar sweeping the perimeter. Congratulations, you are the reason your bloodline survived the Ice Age. Here's the uncomfortable truth about why this feels so intense for you specifically. While this is built into your DNA, it was likely sharpened by your history. Many of you grew up in environments where you had to be the emotional barometer for the room. Maybe the adults around you were inconsistent, or the emotional weather in your house changed without a forecast. You learned very quickly that relaxing meant missing a cue. If you let your guard down, you wouldn't see the storm coming. So, your brain became a pattern recognition machine. You learned to read the tension in a jawline or the tone of a sigh to predict the next 3 hours. You trained yourself to be useful, to be busy, and to be alert because that was your currency for safety. Your brain learned that stillness equals vulnerability. So now, even when you are safe in your apartment with the door locked, your operating system is still running the survive childhood background process, scanning for a threat that no longer exists. This results in some very specific behaviors that look insane to the outside world, but make perfect sense to us. You probably treat resting as a competitive sport where you are currently losing. You likely experience productive procrastination, where you avoid doing the one big thing by doing 12 smaller, unnecessary things, like color-coding your bookshelf or researching the history of the Ottoman Empire at 3 a.m. You probably know the specific euphoria of canceled plans. Spoiler alert, you don't hate your friends. You just love the sudden refund of the mental energy you had budgeted for that social interaction. And my personal favorite, you are likely the calmest person in the room during a genuine crisis. When the actual pipe bursts or the actual emergency happens, everyone else panics, but you suddenly feel a wave of calm wash over you. Why? Because the disaster you have been subconsciously preparing for since 2004 has finally arrived. The world finally matches the chaos inside your head, and you know exactly what to do. So, here is your permission slip. Stop trying to force yourself into a version of relaxation that was designed for people with lower processing speeds. Stop beating yourself up because you can't meditate without getting angry at the silence. Your version of relaxation might look like a high-intensity workout, or solving a complex problem, or building something with your hands. You relax by engaging your brain, not by emptying it. You are a fortress, not a hammock. Embrace the Sentinel. The world has enough people sleeping on the job. We need you at the perimeter. If this video just explained your entire internal monologue, don't scroll. The next video explains why your brain is also wired to spot lies instantly.